administration has advocated for absolute immunity for the ICE officer who shot Renee Good. How do you define absolute immunity? What does that mean?
Everyone's seen it. And the woman was very violent. She's a very radical person. Very sad what happened. Her friend was very radical. Go and
but
drive.
For the officer, absolute immunity. How would you define that?
Well, I'm going to let the people define it. But immunity, you know what immunity means as well as I do. That woman was very, very disrespectful to law enforcement.
Did the ICE official who murdered Renee Nicole Good, 37, mother of 3, on Friday, January 9th, does he really have immunity? Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Hassan, cult expert. Yes, I wrote the book, The Cult of Trump, that gives the best explanatory framework for what's happened to us in the United States of America. A lot of Americans are now completely outraged with a white woman who was not attacking an officer, but was driving away from the officer, was shot through a car. This is a dramatic escalation of terrorism, and typically the technique that I described in my book is to take what Trump is doing and project it on others. So peaceful protesters are now domestic terrorists, and it's fine, according to J.D. Vance, who speaks with certainty that this officer fired in self-defense, when all the evidence suggests otherwise, that he has complete immunity. This is basically saying, if the courts back that up, that they can kill anyone they want by just labeling them a terrorist. And it has a chilling effect on people. The good news is there have been mass protests around the country in many, many cities. I myself went to Wellesley, Massachusetts, and we had a spontaneous protest there, and I spoke for a couple of minutes. But this is really, really, really important. I'm committed to helping save our republic. I believe there are many more of us than them. I believe there are many more people who care about our country and human rights and women's rights and gay rights and indigenous rights and rights of citizens to speak. Remember a few years ago, all the right-wingers were saying, free speech, we have the right to lie. Free speech. Now we're speaking facts, and they're saying that we're terrorists and they're censoring us. We need to band together in real life, follow experts with real credentials, spend less time on social media because there's so much fake noise on social media. It's not good for our brains. But follow historians like Tim Snyder and Heather Cox Richardson. And I'm going to be doing what I can to share my expertise about brainwashing, mind control, and the imperative nature of us now reaching out to family and friends who voted for Trump, who voted MAGA, and ask them just warmly, what do you think? And open-ended questions. Listen to what they say. Ask them follow-up questions, because a lot of people are getting very angry and disillusioned, and I'm particularly gratified that more Christian pastors and ministers are speaking out against Trump and all of the cronies that are blindly following him. This is for real. We don't have time to delay this, and the more people that can gather together, we need to send a message, not just to the GOP and to Trump, but to all the other countries, that this is the Trump cult. This is not Americans. That's my message. What do you think? Put your comments below. Thanks.